Hi and good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hopefully you can all hear me. Is everybody here? Hi, my name is Kelly. I am going to be your Amazon expert for this evening or this afternoon, or actually some people are coming from India. Wow, so you must be like in the middle of the night, I think, before us because it's nighttime here. Hi, Zayed. Hi, Jason. Hi, Chris. Hello, 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 hello. So guys, let me know in the chat, how many of you are already selling on Amazon? How many of you are new to Amazon? We're going to spend about an hour together and I'm going to give you loads of information on how to find a winning product. Hi, hello, 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 hello. Lovely to see you all. Hi, Antonio. Guys, if you want to take notes, I urge you to take notes because you know what it's like. Hey, Kenneth. Hey, Jamie. Hi, Shabnam. Hi. When you think you're taking everything in and then you get up the next day and you kind of forget everything. So it's really important. Take loads of notes or take screenshots. We've got a new to Amazon. I'm selling for a month. I'm new, just starting. Hello, good evening. Hi, just about to start your journey. Hey, Dayton from Ohio. Hi. Yes, can everybody hear? Can everybody hear okay? Do you hear anything? I am speaking, so hopefully you can hear me. Oh, wow, your store opens on January the 1st. Amazing. Well, look, I hope you've chosen the right product. Oh, wow. So look, we have got so many people. Shabnam, I think you are the only person that doesn't hear anything. Am I right? Can everybody just give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Just give me a 1 in the chat. Let me know you can hear me. Yes, Keith, thank you. So yes, Shabnam, just maybe adjust your volumes. Thanks, Lashanda. Obviously, I can't see your faces. I would love to see your faces. So I am just going to crack on. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, and then we're going to get straight into how I select a winning product. If you've got any questions, pop them in the chat. But please note, sometimes I will be going through a section. Oh my God, one. Brilliant. Thank you for your feedback. I will be going through a section, so I may not answer your questions right away. So please don't get annoyed. Let me finish the section and then I will answer your question. Even if it means wait until the end, I will answer them. Okay, so if I can, 3 months and you can't buy or sell anything. Well, look, I'm going to give you some top tips tonight. Everything that I do, I have an Amazon agency. I also sell on Amazon. So I'm going to give you a bit of my background and we're going to delve right in. From Finland, newbie. Wow, amazing. Okay, so we've got lots of newbies to Amazon tonight. Fantastic. So basically, Amazon is all about the customer. Okay, if you listen and if you learn one thing tonight, it may be the most simple message, but Amazon is customer focused, and the most important single thing to focus on obsessively is the customer, said by Jeff Bezos himself. Because if you think of the customer, you will always win. You can't hear me. Someone else can't hear me. Please make sure your volume is up. We've got everybody else can hear me. We've already done a sound check, guys. So if you can't hear, please adjust your mics. So look, before I delve right in, and I'm going to come to your questions on people that here are already saying my business is in loss. I can't make money on Amazon. Look, I'm going to touch on all of this in a little while. So a little bit about me and my family. I have 3 kids. I've been married for over 20 years. This is my why. This is my reason that I get up and I make products and I sell and I do lots and lots of things. But my product journey began when I was in my early 20s. I actually started off my whole career being a professional dancer. I didn't go to business school. I didn't study how to become a product manufacturer. I actually started off being a professional dancer, dancing on shows and for pop stars, and that's how I started off my career. I met my husband who had hair salons, and from there we started to build our business. I was lucky enough to then start and create my own makeup brand, which started with just 5 products. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. This was in 2005. And I was lucky enough to build up my own professional makeup range that sold in over 13 countries and went on to be an award-winning, globally recognized brand. Now, I really learned my lessons here. I made tons and tons of mistakes, but I also had some massive highs. And the reason I tell you this is because you don't need a degree in business. You don't need to have been to business school and studied how to sell on Amazon. It is simply something that you can learn at any age. I went on then to sell on QVC, which is the TV shopping channel. I think you have it in the States as well and lots of other countries. I sold on Italy and Germany. And why I touch on this is because I meet entrepreneurs just like yourself that sometimes want to sell on other platforms as well. Maybe they want a great Amazon business, but they also want to sell maybe on QVC. Maybe they want to sell in bricks and mortar stores, which is also something that I do. So this isn't just about selling on Amazon. It is a lot about Amazon, but also if it is your ambition to sell on other platforms, that is also possible. So bear with me and I will give you some more insights tonight. I'm hoping to give you so much information that you go away and your head's going to be like pounding. I'm so glad you're hearing now. That's fantastic, Shabnam. And so I also sell in TK Maxx. You call it TJ Maxx in the States. And again, you can use these techniques that I'm going to teach you tonight using AMZ Scout, which I absolutely love, to find these really, really cool products. And they are really going to help you. So I sell on Amazon. We have an Amazon agency where we represent customers and clients and we help them build their business on Amazon. We also sell in bricks and mortar stores, so we can advise and help people with that journey. And also now also through TikTok, which is really, really growing. So take a look at some of our sales that we have for our clients. And we manage over 444,000, that's GBP. And some figures as well, 103% up year on year. And this is some of the figures from a pet product. And I'm going to go more into this in detail a little bit later. So you can see here, once you're into your Seller Central account and you're selling really well, you can just download the app and it can kind of travel with you and you can see what's happening. You can check in and check out throughout the day and just make sure you're making loads of sales and loads of money while you go about your life, living life wherever you want to, wherever that may be. And what I like about an Amazon FBA business, and I only teach private label, and I'll come onto that and the reasons why, but you can be location free. So if it's your dream or perhaps that you want to live in a different country, that's also absolutely fine and absolutely possible with Amazon. So we're going to dive straight into Amazon FBA. Now you know a little bit about me, my journey and where I've come from and why I'm here today with you guys. So understanding FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, means that simply you can enjoy the benefits of FBA without actually having to own your own warehouse, your own staff, and all the costs that go with it. The beautiful thing about FBA is that you can have your products delivered from the factory directly into Amazon's warehouse, and you can take full advantage of things like Prime. Prime is absolutely amazing. Where possible, you get next day shipping in some countries. In others, it might be a little bit more than that, but it really does give you the advantage that the big brands have. 8 out of 10 people now that have Prime, actually just over 8 out of 10 people, if you were put it in a percentage, probably about 85 to 87% of people that have Amazon Prime start their shopping in Amazon itself. They don't even use Google anymore. What does that tell us? It tells us that our young consumers of today are making at least one purchase a week on Amazon. So we know that in the future, guys, this is going to be where everybody is. This is where all the eyeballs are. Okay. Some of the high streets, some of the shops aren't staying in business, but online, it's blowing up, okay? And it's going to continue that way. People want the convenience. They want things delivered when they're working. There's over 300 million shoppers every single month on Amazon, and there are billions of eyeballs viewing, okay? So when you think about it, there's about 9 million sellers actively registered with Amazon, just over, but only just over 2 million active sellers. So the sellers aren't growing at the same rate as people are buying. So don't worry about all the people on the chat here. Don't worry that, there are however many people here watching the webinar and you're thinking, oh my God, but if all these people do Amazon, then there's no room for me. Rubbish. There's 13 countries and more coming. There's absolutely lots of niches, and there's lots of different ways to get into these categories. So you don't need to worry about competition. Just worry about yourself, okay? So why should you use FBA? Well, look, you can benefit from Amazon's fulfillment expertise. They've got the cutting edge technology. They will actually take your products in and they will store them. And when someone orders them, they will pick them, they will pack them, they will ship them, they will even do the customer service. So how FBA works and the fees work is they will charge you a portion of every single sale, and it will get deducted from the money that you get from Amazon. And we'll go through, how do the FBA fees work? How do I know what I'm paying? So we can give the customer a brilliant experience. And remember what I said, customer is king. Customer always has to be at the front of mind, okay? If we give the customer what they want and more, they will not only come back to our brand, but we will build a brilliant business, okay? So customer first. The other thing is, you can expand your business with Amazon FBA through other countries. So if you're in the States, you can do North America, you can do other countries, like if you're in the UK, Europe, you can really expand much, much quicker because you don't have to open your own warehouse and fulfillment center and all these things. So it really is absolutely easy and amazing because you can scale with Amazon. You don't need to do it alone. So how it works in 3 simple steps, okay? And most people now, over 85% of people are choosing, of sellers, are choosing to use FBA. You ship the products to Amazon. They ship the items that you sell, and simply they manage the returns, the refunds, and the value recovery. So what the value recovery means is if they get a refund, but they get the product back, and the product is in still sellable condition, they will simply put that back into stock for you. So you're not going to lose out on every single thing. So how do the FBA fees work? Well, it depends on 2 things, okay? So the fees accordingly vary to the types of products, dimensions, and the programs you're selling with, okay? So for instance, this is a mobile phone, and this is an example here. And this is a wooden cabinet. Now, of course, a mobile phone is going to be in the small parcel, and a wooden cabinet is going to be in your standard oversize, okay, because of the measurements and how much it weighs. So, for instance, a lot of people like to do the small categories on Amazon because they can fly in the product. The product doesn't cost as much it costs a lot less to fly in because it's very small, and they can turn the stock a lot quicker, and the reordering process is much shorter. It's a very different business when you have something like wooden cabinets or storage units, because you've got to make sure that those products go on the ocean, which sometimes can take 40 days, 50 days. Okay, so you have to make sure you've got this constant replenishment of stock. So often when people are starting out, they choose a category where they can actually send in product via the air. So that's something like the mobile phone. For instance, this is a small parcel under 400 grams. So say the product price on Amazon was 500 and you sent in 100 units to FBA, total revenue of 50,000. That would be nice, wouldn't it, for your first product? Can you imagine that? And then, so your referral fee is $35.70, which is obviously times by 100 here. And your storage cost and your fulfillment cost is here. Now, your referral fee is what Amazon charge you for putting the products in front of people. So it's 15%. Okay, your referral fee is made up of that, which is your 15% normally, and then your storage and your shipment charge. Okay, and again, depends on the size and the weight of that product, and also how long that product's been in storage. So they're the two things that make up your FBA fees. So with the mobile phone, the total charge per unit was £2.81 for the 100 units, £281 as a fee percentage under 1%. Now, if you were doing that yourself, it would cost you lots more. And then for the wooden cabinet, another example, and it would be more to store it because obviously it takes up more room, it's heavier, and then they've got to actually go and deliver that to the customer, and it takes up a lot more room in their delivery van. So you can see how the FBA fees work, and I can show you on AMZ Scout in just a few minutes exactly how we calculate that and how we can see that on our spreadsheet. Before we go into the values and on, is everybody still alive? Give me a 1 if you are still alive. We'll have a quick slurp of my water. Is everybody still alive? Give me a 1 in the chat. Let me know, let me know, let me know. I am on a slight delay, so I think I should be getting some 1 soon, hopefully. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. You're all still alive and listening. Oh, look, everybody's here. See, I can't see your faces, but I can see the 1, so that cheers me up no end. Okay, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So I am now going to take you into, oh my God, Matt, Moshi, Laura, Jamie. Wow, yeah. Okay, so when you're choosing a product, the 3 values that you need is how much does each item cost to source, okay? What are your FBA fees? Because that's made up of 2 parts. Remember, I just told you it's made up of a referral fee, which is a flat fee. And then it's also made up of your shipping weight and your dimensions, okay? The weight and the dimensions of the storage. Sorry, I was just getting some products ready here from the side of me. Of course, we need to calculate the price that we are going to sell at, but we've got to know how much we're going to pay, because this is where everything goes wrong. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. But before I do, we are not in an Amazon business to copycat, okay? And what I mean by copycat is we're not in the Amazon business to make product for the sake of it. And what I mean by that is when I scroll through Amazon, there are so many sellers just ripping off other people's products and adding no value. And this is a really, really bad thing, okay? So none of my students, none of my clients do this, and this is why they win. I'm going to show you on the next few pages what I mean by copycat. And I urge you all, if you are not making money on Amazon or you are launching something that is the same as somebody else's, don't waste your money doing it, okay? Look, for instance, at this product. Now, it's in pounds, but guys, it doesn't matter if it's in euros or pounds or whatever. This is just something that I grabbed just this afternoon, just while I was putting the deck together for tonight. So look, we've got this kind of toddler toy here, and we've got it here and we've got it here. Now, basically, these 2 are exactly identical, apart from a drawing here and someone's put a rainbow behind it. Now, can anybody tell me in the chat what's going to happen? So this one here is selling at $24.99. This one is selling at $19.99. This one's got 836 reviews, and this one's got 467. What is going to happen with these sellers? Can anybody tell me why we shouldn't do copycat products? This is what I mean by a copycat. Can anybody tell me what the problem is going to be with these sellers? And this is just one example. If there is anybody here that can just say maybe some of the challenges that these sellers are going to face. Anybody? And while you're clicking on it, I'm going to show you another one as well. Okay. We've got a wooden dog hair remover roller here, a lint remover for cats and dog. Low sales, their price will plummet. Race to the bottom. Matt, I love you. Yes. Lost in obscurity. Price and differentiation. You're absolutely right. The price will just go down and down and down and down because, yeah. And Jamie, you're right. The cheaper ones got more reviews, but the problem is they're probably made in the same factory. All they're going to do is the $24.99 is going to go $18.99. Then the $19.99 is going to go $17.99. And then it just goes doom, 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 doom until you're at your cost price. And this is the reason that people don't make it on Amazon. So I just want you to take a step back before you think, right, I'm going to just dive into this Amazon business. I'm going to make loads of money. This is why people do not make money on Amazon. And it really is as simple as this, guys. It's really as simple as differentiation, okay? Point of difference, which means branding, improvement, all the things I'm going to show you tonight. But I'm really glad that you all can see what I mean by copycat, because for me, I have clients and students that come to me and say, Kelly, I'm not making money on Amazon. Can you tell me why? I also have clients that are making tens of thousands of dollars a month selling one product, selling two products, because they have a brand. They have invested in a brand and they have differentiated themselves from everybody else. So there is no competition. Of course, there's competition in your category. There always will be. But if you do it correctly, there is no competition. Okay, so again, another one that I chose, Amazon on kids' tables. Look, it's exactly the same. This one and this one. Okay, the color's different, but if you click in, you can choose other colors, right? So we've got $69.95, $68.95. What's going to happen? $64.95, $62, and it goes on. Okay, then Amazon come along or someone comes along and does a cheaper version of, okay, finished, business is over. So these are all the things that I want you to look out for when you are creating your product. Maybe you're thinking of your ideas now and you're like, wow, if I can stop you from making these mistakes, then you probably save yourself already quite a few $100s, okay? It is all about product selection. 1,000,000% it is about product selection. And the things that we need to look at is we need to find categories that have demand, okay? We need to know that the product can be scalable, and we need to see what can we add? How can we improve the products, okay? Because if we can bring nothing to the party, then why are we even considering it? The problem that I see with my students sometimes is that they fall in love with the product instead of falling in love with the process, okay? So it's all about how can we create something really, really good, really that the customer really wants, not stroking our own ego. It's not about ego here. So when you start research, it's normally based on your own unique idea, or maybe it's more from a money point of view. So I have some clients that, you know, we start looking for a product for them on Amazon and I start doing the research and they may have an idea, or sometimes they come up with like a groundbreaking idea that we have to go to patent and we make something completely unique. But sometimes it can just be about, okay, well, look, realistically, I need to earn another £3,000 a month or $3,000, or I need to get to $10,000 a month. That's really my financial freedom figure. So we'll work around that. Okay, what does that look like in terms of how much money I need for stock? how much is it going to go until I get the money back from Amazon and kind of it starts replenishing itself as a business? So you can look at all of those perspectives, okay? But really it is about product research. And I really, really like AMZ Scout. And I'll show you exactly why I feel it's simple. There are many tools out there, okay? Absolutely. But for me, AMZ Scout, and I teach a lot of live training. I do a 3-day course. I do online training. I always use AMZ Scout, and my students have so much success with it because it's so easy to use. Some of the softwares are really challenging, and if you don't know what you're doing, it can take you quite a while to utilize them. But what I would say is it's quite easy to access the sales data. You can look at your competition. You can get niche scores. You can get PL scores. You can get an overview of a category very, very quickly, okay? And I'm going to show you some screen grabs, and then I'm going to just start sharing my screen, and we'll dive into some live screen shares on AMZ Scout, and you can see exactly how you can see a good category really, really quickly. And that's why I like this software, because you get a very quick snapshot. And when you're trying to do your day job, which I recommend, by the way, don't jump into Amazon without any money. Keep your day job and do this in the night. Work as many hours as you need to get that product. Once you've got the product and you're working and the business is bringing you back money, then fine, leave the day job if you want to do that, okay? But in the beginning, you can do this in the evenings, okay? You can work around your job. I have many students doing this very successfully, and now they decide, okay, I'm ready to leave my job. I'm earning enough money. Absolutely fine. So if you're in that position yourself, you just need to put in the hours initially to find that product. We also need to look at things like seasonality. Now, in the beginning, your first product, never ever choose a product with seasonality, okay? The reason is if you get these numbers wrong, what's going to happen is you're going to get stock in, you're going to sell some, and then you may have stock left, and you may not sell that for like 3 months, 6 months, or even a year if it's Christmas stock. When you're good at Amazon, no problem. You can do Christmas, you can do gifting, whatever you want to do. For the first product, I will always recommend for you to basically have a product that sells all year round. It's going to go up, it's going to go down a little bit, but it's not going to go massively up, massively down, okay? Seasonality can also cost you for storage. So you can imagine if you haven't sold out of all your Christmas stock, and by then your FBA numbers, you can put way more than 200 units. So to begin with, you can only put 200 units into Amazon. But as you start selling, Amazon say, yeah, that's fine, 400, 600, 1,000. Before you know it, you've got 1,500 units in there. And then what happens if it's seasonal? That's going to stop. And then you're going to think, oh, gosh, I've got all that stock in Amazon. I can't sell it because it's Christmas is gone. And then you got to wait for a whole nother year. So you're going to have to pull it out to not get all the charges. So seasonality is something to definitely consider. Also, detecting emerging niches is really, really good. If you can get on the cusp of that, and some of the software will show you trend reports, and you can get those from AMZ Scout as well. It's really useful. You can see the top selling products, the trending. And again, trends, don't tend to do trends either. Try to find products that are going to sell, but they're quite good because sometimes they'll give you a nod to what's coming, okay? Normally the US is the leader, so it's a good leading market to look at, especially if you're signing in from Europe or the UK or India or wherever, because sometimes if we look to the US, it gives us a nod of what's coming. Not always, but sometimes it can help us. Yeah, it can help us to see. And of course, recognizing cultural trends. This may differ from country to country. So again, we can't be a copycat. We have to understand the marketplace. So it's really about all of these things when you are looking at products, having a really good overview, okay? And again, something else to consider, and I'm throwing it at you quick tonight. I'm sorry, but I know some of you will have literally an hour from work that you can't, so I'm giving you as much information and as little time as possible, but I am here for Q&As at the end as well. Remember that. So the other thing that I wanted to say is product margins. And again, when we do live and we look at the screens, I'll show you how to calculate that. So product margins are really, really important. What I tend to look at is I tend to try and look at the rule of three. So a third cost, a third FBA fees, and a third profit. And I don't look at products under $30, $35, okay, or £30 in the UK. The problem that you've got at the lower end of the market is it's really, really saturated. So you can imagine you're selling a product for £9. Say all your costs with the shipping and the duties and the taxes is £3. Then your FBA fees and all of your different fees for Amazon, maybe a few ads, is another £3. And you've got £3 there for profit. But actually, if you've got tax, you've got even less. So it's hard to make money. And then if you've got someone that's similar to you and they keep reducing the prices, the margins get very small. And then you've got to sell thousands of those to get to that financial freedom figure. So I tend to look at the bigger end tickets because you have to sell a lot less of those products to make the money. So I like to keep this in mind. Okay, so we keep it in mind with the rule of three. It really, really works well. And I want you to keep in mind higher priced products too, okay? So if you haven't downloaded the free trial of AMZ Scout, make sure you've got your Chrome browser open. You can download that, but you'll only get a couple of searches for free, but it is really worth doing. And I'm going to use the Pro extension. Then I'm going to show you around the full software as well, okay? So the one thing that I really, really like looking at when I am first looking at a product category, I look at the niche score. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen and I am going to show you into Amazon. And I am hopefully going to pull up the niche score. So hopefully you can all see my screen. Can you give me a 2 in the chat? Actually, I can't see the chat, so that's no good. Hopefully you can all see my screen. And what is really good about this, can you see that AMZ Scout will give you a niche score, okay? So if I open this, so what I've done here to get this, I've first gone to Amazon, okay? And I've typed in kitchen mat. So let's just go back here. Let me just type in kitchen mat. You can type in anything, but I'm just using this as an example, okay? I'm going to search. And then I'm going to go to my Pro extension that I've saved on my toolbar. And it's going to bring up all of the kitchen mats using this keyword, okay, kitchen mat. And it's going to give me the organic rank of the products that it will be pulling now from Amazon.com in the States. Obviously, if I was looking in Germany, it would be Amazon.de or .co.uk for the UK. And this is how easy it is to see the niche score. Now, with the niche score, the higher, the better. Okay, so an 8 or a 9 is fantastic. A 7 is still really, really good. Okay, so really quickly, I can see lots of information, which I'm going to go into in a second, but I can see the niche score of 7. Now, what this tells me is that this product is a 7 out of 10. It's likely to succeed. Now, guys, this is like, imagine a latte. This is like the froth. This is the top. We've got to go way deeper, but this is just like the entry level information I'm checking in my head. So if I'm thinking, I really want to create this kitchen mat, I've got this idea in my head, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just check the niche score. Now, it's telling me that the profit is high. Okay. The prices are inside the $15 to $40 range. It's easy to make profits if prices are not low or sell in large quantities if the prices are not high. But it's saying that it's low margin. Okay. Very high sales. The niche is quite new. Remember what I said? Emerging niches. I think you don't say niche, we do, but niche. And then competition is medium. Okay. So it can be light and it can be heavy. Okay. It can be high, but it's medium. So it tells us very few AMZ sellers, very low brand competition, unsaturated niche, low quality listings. So what I like about a low quality listing is that we know that we can come in and create a brilliant listing. So already we can get up the ranks in the listing. So that's a really good thing. Okay. Also, you can see the negative things. Okay. So again, first of all, we check the niche score. So we go to Amazon, we click on the AMZ Scout Pro tool, and it brings us to this window. Now, the other things that I'm going to show you in a second, I'm just going to stop sharing, go back to my presentation, and I am going to show you exactly what comes next. And that is all about the PL score. So we've already established that the niche score needs to be 7 and higher. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. When it gets to 8 and 9, it goes into the green. So we really know that we're onto something. Okay, we also know that from here we can move on. Not only can we find some high niche scores, and I was going to do this exercise, but we're not, because I've got still loads to get through. This is the first thing that I would ask my students to do. Go and just sanity check. Okay, go into here and go, okay, what is the niche score? What is it above 7? I'd always say above 7. I don't even like number 6. Okay, I like 7, I really like 8, and I really like 9. Okay, it just gives me a quick overview, like I'm in a helicopter and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can land there, there, and there. Okay, then I'm going to go in deeper. It's just like you're just overviewing. Okay, so next, I'm going to show you more details, what to look for. I want you to look for the PL score. I want you to look at the profit calculator, the price, the FBA fees, the product history, the reviews, and the ratings, and the competition. So these are all other things. This is like now we're putting it under the magnifying glass. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into a live screen share, and I'm going to show you all of these things. But first, I'm just going to show you on the screen grab. Okay, so I typed in double camping mat, and this is what it came up with. Okay, I got a niche score of 6. So I probably here wouldn't have gone into a deep level, but just show you guys some of the things I then look for before I go into the live screen grab, just to go over what I'm going to show you now, just so it really sinks in your mind. These are some of the other things I look for. So what's really, really important is first we look for the niche score, and we want that to be high. Okay, then we come across here, and can you see where it says product score for PL? Give me a 3 in the chat if you can see product score for PL. Can everybody see that? This means product score for private label. Can everybody see that? Hopefully, I'm going to get some threes in the chat in a second. And this is what we're looking for. We are looking for high numbers, guys. So we are looking for 7, 8s, and 9s here. Thank you, Ira. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we are looking for high scores, okay? When we get high scores here, we know that this is something that has potential. We know that this is something that we can look further into. Maybe it's a different version of something else being sold. So this alerts us very quickly. And again, these are just bird's eye. We're just flying over at the moment. We're just looking at the top level data. So we see the niche score, we come to PL, we go down and we see these green scores. What else can we see from here? We can see the brand, okay? What I'm looking for very quickly in the brand is that it's not brand dominant, okay? If I was in a category and it was all one brand, it was all Philips or Panasonic or Apple, I would run a mile because this tells me that this is brand dominant. The top 10 would be brand dominant, what I class as, and that means that people are avidly searching for the big brands, okay? Two is fine. 4 or more, same brand, I wouldn't even bother, okay? Again, it's up to you. I'm just giving you pointers to what to look out for. So brand dominance, absolutely steer away from, okay? PL scores, we want high scores, 7, 8s, 9s, fantastic. We also want a good price. Remember what I told you about the price. Look, this is a terrible PL score, but it's a nice price point because look at the FBA fees, £65.88 and only paying £13.82 in FBA fees. That's a good chunk of change here. Obviously, we have got product cost, yeah, but that's a nice bit of profit, even after ads and things like that. It gives us our net margins, okay, and it also gives us our estimated sales per month. The reason that a tool is so necessary when you are going to start a business, an Amazon business, is because you need to know what is going on currently in category. Okay, even when I'm launching products in store, I still check this data because I want to make sure that the products are selling, that people are buying them. Okay, Jamie, how do we find brand dominance? We look at the brands and we make sure it's not the same brands in here over and over again. So we're now looking at a double camping mat. So if I saw like this brand here, high peak, then I'll be like, do you know what? Like, I'm not really interested in this category because I've already got one brand that's got 4 of the top 10 slots. The reason that I need the top 10 slots is because that's what shows on Amazon's first page. Okay, so we're really trying to make sure that the brand dominance is nice and mixed. So we can see the price, we can see the FBA fees, we can see the net margins. I like anything above, like, 70% and above is great. You can see how many people units they're selling. The other category that you guys have got to look at is the reviews. Okay. If you find that in the top 10 reviews, they are all over 1,000, forget it, because it's going to be very hard to get into this top 10. Because remember, we want to get onto the first page. That is our aim. We want to get on that first page. So if you see people with reviews, like if you like, for instance, this is the top organic ranks. Okay, it's probably different now. It's going to be different every time somebody pulls the data. Okay, because everyone's buying every single second. But for instance, top spot 1386. That's okay, but that's first position. What I can see in second position with these reviews is that there's only 190 reviews in second position. Okay, then there's 28 reviews, even less. Then there's over 2,000, but then there's 59, 600, 96, 78. So there's room here because I've got quite a lot under 100, which is what I like, 4 under 100 or 5. And then we've also got this one at 190. So I check the reviews, quick check. Remember, at the moment, we're just bird's eye viewing. Niche score, PL score, brand dominance. Then we're looking at things like price, FBA fees, net margin, okay? Estimated revenue a month, okay? 37,000, that'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? And then the number of reviews. Then I'm looking at competitors. Like, what is the competition like? Okay, this is pretty easy. We could get in here. The next thing we are going to look at, ratings. Okay, does anybody see anything with these ratings? What do people see with these ratings here? We've got a 4.3, we've got a 4.4, we've got a 3.9. What are we looking for in these ratings? Can anybody tell me, what are we looking for in the ratings? Layla, the number of reviews are here, darling. It's got hashtag of reviews, and it's all the way down here. Yeah, after estimated revenue. Rating, 4.3, 4.4, 3.9. So look, we would like to get high review, over 4 stars ourselves. But what I'm looking for in this top 10 is yes, Kyle, yes. I'm looking for room for improvement. So I like this one, 3.9. Okay, it tells me I can improve this. Oh, we've got 3.8. Yes, 3.9. Nice. So I can also see we can make improvements here, guys. Okay, so we've already learned. We're looking at niche scores, we're looking at PL scores, we're looking at brand dominance, we're looking at price, we're looking at FBA fees. What's our net margin? How much can we make a month? What are the reviews like? What are the ratings like? These are all the things that we have to look for, okay? I know it's a lot. Some of you might already know all this stuff, but some of you might not. What also is quite a clever tool is down here at the side, at the beginning of each bar, you can click this down and you can add these products to Tracker. You can open the profit calculators for each product. You can look at the product history, okay? You can even grab the keywords for your listings. And you can find it on Alibaba. So again, what I absolutely love about this is if I found, for instance, this number 8 PL score, I could drop this down and I can deep dive. I can add it to my tracker. I can look at the profit calculator. What is the history on this product? Has it always sold well? Does it not sell well? What's going on with it? I can grab their keywords, all the keywords for what they're ranking on Amazon, the things that people are typing into Amazon, I can go grab them from here, okay? And then I can even find a supplier directly on Alibaba. I mean, what more do you need from software? This will give you absolutely everything, okay? So again, in just a few minutes, you can get a bird's eye overview. We can see the product history. We can see from here, what is the price? What is the seller rank? And also, what are the sales? Oh, can you not see my screen? Can everybody see my screen? Hopefully you can. Can you see my screen? I'm on overall profit score, overall niche score. Can you see my screen? Hopefully you can. Say yes if you can. I've just got someone said that you can't see what I'm doing. So I just want to check that everybody can see my presentation still. Oh, yes, you can. Okay, brilliant. So remember, we go in first of all with the niche score, okay? This is really what we're looking for. Can you see? We're looking for, oh, thank you, because I can't see your faces. So, it's very difficult here. Okay, Moshi, thank you. So 8 or above, and then we look at PL score, and then we look at all of those things that I sort of went through with you guys. Mistakes that I see my students make over and over again. Oh, okay, it's my cursor. Yeah, I know it's really a pain. You can't see my cursor. That's why I try and kind of hold it still. But yeah, Sorry, I know. I will let the people know at WebinarJam that you can't see the cursor. So product mistakes that I see people making, products that are too expensive or products that are too inexpensive. So £500 products, £5 products. Choosing seasonal products. So again, why we don't choose seasonal, we went over that. Gated categories. So again, when it's your first product, don't launch something that's going to be in a gated category that's really, really difficult. I don't do retail arbitrage or wholesale because someone will say, I've spent $5,000 on this stock and I can't sell it. It's an issue. Okay. So it's better to do your own brand. And then, of course, not complying with Amazon rules and regulations. This is a key point. If, for instance, you are doing tech and electricals, you need to comply. You need to have all the necessary certifications. You need to know what market you're entering, and you need to understand what you are doing. And again, you need to do category research. Remember, we're not doing copycat. We are not about copycat. Some of the gated categories include collectible coins, personal safety and household products, entertainment collectibles, fine art, holiday selling requirements in toys and games, jewelry, music, DVDs, power sports, automotive, major appliances, sports collectibles, and DVD and Blu-ray and kind of streaming media players. They are all in the gated categories. So I would normally do an exercise with you. I put this in because I thought we'd have more time, but I want to get through to the sourcing module, and I want to show you quickly how to source your products as well when you come onto this. So look, it is all about profit. This is a product that I used to sell. And again, I took a product from looking from ordinary and made it look pretty nice. I've got lots of examples of beautiful products that I make here. Absolutely gorgeous. We brand them. We make them look really, really nice. Doesn't matter what you're selling. You can make things look fantastic simply by sometimes adding a sleeve, sometimes by putting them in a nice box, but a lot of the times adding value to the customer, you know, QR codes with videos, maybe different accessories inside, improving the usability. Okay. And we get a lot of this by reading the reviews. So something that I'd urge you guys to do is once you've done all those sanity checks and you think, oh yeah, I think I've got a product. I've got like 6 under 100 reviews in the top 10, no brand dominance, great niche score, great PL score, all these things. Then you read the reviews, okay, and you work out what is the customer not liking here, okay? Because people always like leaving bad reviews. I don't know if you've noticed it, but hardly anybody leaves good reviews. It's always, oh, this was really bad. This was really bad. So if you can correct those things, imagine what you may be able to do with that product. So these are all indicators that this product could be a good product. So remember, check the numbers work first. Don't start ordering samples when you don't know that the numbers work. Check. Look at competitors. Download the software. Buy the software. Whatever you've got to do, make sure the numbers work. And then what you can do is you can start looking for suppliers, because you can't look for suppliers until you found a product, okay? And this was a product that I didn't even touch. I branded it. I made it better. We had a really low net margin, which is why we discontinued it. But, you know, making over £5 a product and pretty easy, okay, if you know what you're doing. So remember, rule of thirds. Third is cost of goods, third is FBA fees and ads, and the third is profit. Couple of examples for you here. This is a storage unit, sells in the UK, $77.99. Very simple, very boring, but needed in the house for laundry rooms, bedrooms, bathrooms, garages. This item makes over £3,000 a month, okay? So does this fit the third rule, okay? Well, yes, it does, okay? Example 2. We've got a fan, a Honeywell fan. Now, you probably know this because it's a really good fan, and it's a well-known brand. And when you first look upon it, you think, okay, 23 foot is a bit too, I wouldn't personally go in this category because it's too low, but you look at the sales, the trend line's pretty good. And revenue in the summer month, $55,000. So you think, okay, but what's the problem with a fan? A fan can be seasonal, okay? So again, you check the numbers and it doesn't fit the third rule, because actually when you go into the calculation, it's a seasonal product. So you end up in the minus in the bad months, okay? So again, you have to check your product. Sometimes things seem brilliant, but when you do the overview and you look throughout the year or the 2 years, you can see there's fluctuations. It's in a downturn. So therefore, you know the product's coming to the end of its life cycle, okay? Amazon changes. Lower price products are harder to make the right margins. We've already talked about this. This is a product selling for $1.99. Can you imagine the thirds on this? I mean, please. It's crazy. $1.99 and the FBA fees of £1.52. You've got to pay for the product. You've got to ship the product. I mean, you've got to sell a lot of products times a few pence or a few cents to make money here, okay? So again, it doesn't fit the rule of 3, okay? And if you remember this rule of 3, I would hope that you could keep yourself safe. One thing that I want to do before I tell you a little bit about what AMZ Scout is doing for you this evening, I wanted to just show you just very quickly. I know I'm coming up to an hour already. I'm really sorry because I talk a lot, but I just wanted to show you what the software looks like. So when you are in the full software of AMZ Scout, you can select your marketplace. You can get to see the top 1,000 best-selling products in any category. You can choose product to start selling straight away. You can find new and trending with growing demand. All of these things you can download, okay? You've even got here monthly reports, hot reports, and it's unbelievable the amount of good ideas you can get from these. I'm not saying that always these are great ideas. There's also other ways to find ideas. So remember what I was teaching you earlier about the categories and about all of the things that you need to check. Well, there's actually a really quick way to find this. So you go through the categories, select which categories you like. Okay, so you might want to take out the ones that are gated or ones you don't know much about. Okay, and here you can literally select all your filters. So remember what I was saying before, like we're looking for reviews under 100 reviews. So we're looking under 100 reviews. We want to look for products. I'm going to now see if I can find products under 3.8 stars because I'm being a bit crafty. I want to try and find products that I can improve. Estimated sales. How many units a month do you want to sell? And let's put in from $35. So let's ask AMZ Scout to pull data. Look, already, and we're live. So obviously the broadband might be a bit slow, but already it's pulling me loads of products. Okay, under 3.8 stars. Look at the ratings, guys. Sanity check here, yeah? So again, what I would do is I'd just scroll down and have a look. I can add this to tracker. What I also really like from here is I can quickly look and see loads of things. Price, fees. I've got all of that stuff that I need, okay? The other thing that I like about the products is that it gives you a direct link to be able to source these products, okay? So you all know that probably, well, I think you all know that one of the biggest platforms for finding products is called Alibaba. Now, it's not just a Chinese website. Please don't think that. You can source from the US on there. You can source from any country in the world, but it's a very safe platform to find your product. So once you've added this to Tracker here, you can also hit this button here and find the product directly on Alibaba. So let's go to this commercial coffee machine and let's see if the click-through works. Again, apologies if it's a little slow, but straight away it's going to take me to Alibaba to find the product. Okay, how fantastic is this? Now, I could go on all night about how to source safely, how to make sure that you don't lose money, how you deal with China or America or England or Italy or Sri Lanka, how you do that safely, how you work out the shipping and all of that stuff. And we don't have time for that today. But look, one click of a button, I got more or less exactly the same product that was selling for, how much was this selling for? I can't even remember. $59.99, and we've already found it for $10. Okay, that's how easy this software is. So let me just take you back to the live screen, and hopefully, oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. You've turn it all back on. So what I wanted to do just before we go to Q&A is I wanted to let you know what AMZ Scout is doing special for everybody watching the webinar and on replay. They have got a full set of tools for you. So everything that I just showed you, so that's your Pro extension with no limit to the amount of searches. The product database, the tracker, the reverse async lookup, the keyword search, the keyword tracker. This alone is $400, which is even good value. But the Pro extension, this is the one that I showed you where we can see the niche score. You can see the PL score. It's absolutely brilliant. And remember, I told you can just bird's eye view in. It doesn't take long, guys. So this stuff is the difference between choosing a product that's going to work and choosing a product that is absolutely not going to work. And again, I'm not going to go over all of this again because I know lots of you have probably already realized how valuable this information is. When I started selling on Amazon, nothing like this was available. We just used to literally guess when Amazon first started, like hope it was going to work. And we can work out all the things I was showing you before, and we can get even into more detail, okay? It allows you to find products. So just like I did, clicked on that button, you can then select the countries. So you don't have to just search from China. You can search from US, India, Pakistan, Vietnam, like literally anywhere. It's a brilliant global platform, and it's a direct link. And again, what I showed you before, you can find trending products, new products, just a huge array of products. So it is really, really good. I couldn't recommend it highly enough. Like I said, this is what all my students use. And when you get into the next part, when you've found your product and you're doing the research on the keywords, it's absolutely brilliant because you can actually get the keywords from your competitors. So all those people in the top 10, you can actually reverse look up the ASIN number, which is the Amazon Standard Identification Number. And you can take all the keywords, so you can start to rank for those keywords as well. So it's almost like a bit of spy software. And of course, check out the reviews for AMZ Scout. I wouldn't be using them if I didn't think it was good. And I am not employed by AMZ Scout, by the way. I am just what they call one of their experts. So what I've done for you all tonight is I've actually thrown in a 30-minute one-on-one. Okay. We priced it at $200. We've chucked it in for, well, you'll see in a minute, almost for free. Obviously, I can't take every single person on this webinar, but whoever buys it tonight or this afternoon will get a 30-minute one-on-one with me. It'll be via Zoom. I'll send you my personal Zoom chat, and it'll just be, it's not my team, it's me. You can ask me any questions about your business. I can help you 30 minutes for you. That is my commitment to helping you all get started. So if you do take AMZ Scout up on this offer, my clients pay way more money than this for a strategy call with me. I can help you pad out the brand. I can look at whatever you want to look at on your 30-minute call. This is included. So like I said, this is a call with me, and this is on top of everything that AMZ is going to give you. So altogether, they're also going to give you all those bonuses. So remember, they're going to give you the 1,000 Amazon profitable products, and they're going to give you all their trend reports, which is really good on looking at profitable niches and kind of the new insights and tips on maximizing profits. All in all, their value for this is over $2,000. And it is for a year pack, guys. So I know it's coming up to Christmas, and you're probably thinking, but if you are starting an Amazon business, I would seriously consider it. I've wasted so much money over the years in doing things wrong, which is now why I try and teach as many people how to do it the right way and look through someone that's been selling on Amazon for many, many years, not to make these mistakes. And they're going to give you also their 3 top demand products for 2024. So if you are getting started, this is really good because they don't give this to everybody, okay? It's all the trend reports for next year, which is super, super impressive. Lastly, their bonuses for lower risk on gated categories, list for beginners, which is super useful. I went over them very briefly, but this goes into way more detail, and also your supply communication pack. So let me just get to the special offer. It's $399 only, guys. That is included with my $200, my half an hour session with you. So if you are interested, the link is in the chat. I would advise you to go here as quickly as possible, because you're getting a 30-minute session with me as well. I don't normally do this, but we wanted to do something different tonight, obviously just to give you a bit of education, but also to give you something. So if you're like, okay, I've got this idea, but I really want to run it by someone, or maybe you've got a product and you're like, I'm stuck. Like, how do I brand it? Like, what do I do next? Maybe you've got a product. You're like, do I put a manual inside it? Do I put a QR code? How do I get the video done? How do I do my images? Like, if you have those burning questions and you need a mentor, then this is the perfect opportunity. You also get the toolkit, including everything that I showed you on my drop downs, like how you can navigate around AMZ Scout. So you get everything on there. You get all of the trend reports. You get the exclusive Amazon products, over £2,000 in value. You get the 3 high demand products for next year, which is absolutely amazing. You get the efficient supplier communication pack, the 5 reasons that you're not making money on selling on Amazon and how to fix it. That's an ebook. But again, hopefully I've steered you away from that tonight, and you've understood hopefully a lot more about Amazon for those of you getting started and those of you who are just dipping your toe in the water. For those of you who want to get in, give me a 1 in the chat if you are going to jump on board and you are going to be booking that call with me, just so I kind of know over this next week how many slots I need to put aside. You're very welcome, Svetlana. You're very, very welcome. It's lovely to be here. Lovely to teach you. Hopefully you've got some brand new ideas. Give me a 1 in the chat if you are going to be taking us up on this offer. Amazing, June. Amazing, amazing. Well, I will be looking forward to hopefully speaking to you next week. How it works is AMZ Scout will send you all the software. They then send me your details. I will then get in touch with you, June. And of course, we will then get that call booked, and we will go through everything that you need. Remember, if you are on social, you can follow me on Kelly Coleman Official on Instagram. So remember, keep updated with my news. You can absolutely follow the journeys of me, my clients, and all of my students and their successes as well. But remember, if you want to get a bit of advice, then please, please, please join us on AMZ Scout, book the call. I've got a couple of people now. I've got some more people. Thank you so much. I really look forward to chatting with you next week. Let's find a time that we can get together. It's going to be amazing. And I will help you with your journey as much as possible. Are there any more questions, guys, that you've got for me? Thank you so much, guys. It's been a real pleasure. I hope you got lots and lots of information out of that, and hopefully some insights into what makes a good product choice, how you can look over them. Remember, this is amazing value. If you are starting your journey, you need tools. Please use tools, because if you don't, you will make mistakes. And it is absolutely the best deal in town. When I first started using this software, and I didn't know AMZ Scout, I paid like $200 and something for like a month. I did their big kit, and so $400 for a year is fantastic value. No, there's no monthly fee, June. This is $400 pays for the whole year. The whole year. And also that's included your half-an-hour session with me. So, yeah, I hope my clients from the UK don't see this. I have got some American clients too, because this is very, very good. Does the AMZ database populate via any order? It does. It seems very random, even with filters on. Sorry, Emily. Basically, I think what you're asking, it populates with the keywords. It populates by organic rank. Okay, so it changes all the time. So it's by organic rank. Oh, you're welcome, Ira. You're so welcome. It's been a pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure. Oh, Alan, you missed it. Oh, that's a shame. There is a replay. Make sure you check it out. Hopefully you will learn lots. Yeah, if there's any more questions, guys. Kyle, were you not listening to anything that I said? No products, $20. No. Much, much more. Yes, there are filters you could use, Lena. You're absolutely correct. And filters that I showed you. So you can filter for like under a certain amount of reviews. You can filter for sales amounts over a certain amount, price over a certain amount. Yes, Svetlana, I think it is, because it's really good software for initially launching on Amazon, because it just gives you so much data. Absolutely. Alan, how to view replay? Lena will answer you. I think it will get sent out. I'm not sure when, but definitely it will be sent out. So keep an eye. Hopefully Lena will link in with you, and she will answer you, so you can watch the replay. I know some of you it's still really early, especially on the West Coast, but for us in the UK, we're now approaching midnight. So it's hard to try and get everybody in these webinars, because just trying to find a time that works across from, we've got people in East, in Pakistan, and India, and lots of places. And we've also got people in the US. So it's trying to find a happy medium to get everybody on these webinars. So guys, one last time, click the link if you want to buy this. It is a year's worth of sourcing software. You also get the half-hour one-on-one with myself. you can click the QR code, the link, and you can get booked in as soon as next week. We've left some sessions open next week, so I can get to you and help you on your Amazon journey. No, wholesale, I don't do, Moshi, so I can advise you on that. I just do private label. So you would have to find someone that does that. But in my eyes, private label is the way to go. You can improve products, brand them, and add so much more value. So I think it's absolutely fantastic. So for me, it's all about private label. So I think, Lena, if that is all the questions for tonight, I am going to sign off, and I am going to say a final thank you for everybody. It's been my absolute pleasure. I hope that you have a great day wherever you are, and I will look forward to seeing you all very, very much very soon. Thank you so much. Bye.